Why are teeth important? Teeth help us eat. Teeth help us talk. Teeth are a part of who we are. Smile! We have 4 different types of teeth in our mouth. First are our incisors. They are the front 4 teeth in our mouth on the top and the bottom. The incisors help us with biting into foods. We use our incisors to bite into things like apples and sandwiches. Our canines are next to our incisors. These teeth are used for biting and tearing. After our canines are our premolars and molars. These teeth are used for chewing up our food after we've taken those bites out of it. It's important to remember that our teeth are a living part of our body. There's a strong, hard outside layer called the enamel. Under that is the dentin, which is a little softer layer, and inside of that is the pulp cavity, where the nerves and blood vessels are. What is the difference between adult teeth and primary or baby teeth? The difference is that baby teeth are meant to get loose and fall out. Our adult teeth are permanent. They can last us our whole life as long as we do a good job taking care of them. But remember, just because baby teeth are meant to get loose and fall out doesn't mean that we don't have to take care of them. Baby teeth are very important. We need to make sure that we're taking care of our baby teeth because they hold space in our mouth so that our adult teeth have room to grow in. If we lose a baby tooth too early before it's supposed to come out, then there might not be space in our mouth when that adult tooth that's hiding under the gums is ready to come in. So remember, baby teeth need just as much care and attention as our permanent teeth do. There are 5 important things you can do to take care of your teeth. Brush 2 times a day for 2 minutes each time. Floss 1 time a day. Eat healthy foods. Drink lots of water. And visit the dentist 2 times a year for a checkup. You can keep cavities away. Why do we need to brush our teeth? Let's take a closer look.
Archaeologists recently came across some 15,000-year-old human remains. They made an interesting discovery. The teeth of those ancient humans were riddled with holes. Their cavities were caused by the same thing that still plagues us today, specific tiny microbes that live in our mouths. These microbes are with us soon after birth. We typically pick them up as babies from our mother's mouths. And as our teeth erupt, they naturally begin to accumulate communities of bacteria. Depending on what we eat, and specifically how much sugar we consume, certain microbes can overpopulate and cause cavities. Diets high in sugary foods cause an explosion of bacteria called mutans streptococci in our mouths. Like humans, these microorganisms love sugar, using it as a molecular building block and energy source. As they consume it, the bacteria generate byproducts in the form of acids, such as lactic acid. The mutans streptococci are resistant to this acid, but unfortunately, our teeth aren't. While each human tooth is coated in a hardy, protective layer of enamel, it's no match for acid. That degrades the armor over time, leaching away its calcium minerals. Gradually, acid wears down a pathway for bacteria into the tooth's secondary layer called the dentin. Since blood vessels and nerves in our teeth are enclosed deep within, at this stage, the expanding cavity doesn't hurt. But if the damage extends beyond the dentin, the bacterial invasion progresses, causing excruciating pain as the nerves become exposed. Without treatment, the whole tooth may become infected and require removal, all due to those sugar-loving bacteria. The more sugar our food contains, the more our teeth are put at risk. Those cavemen would hardly have indulged in sugary treats, however. So what caused their cavities? In meat-heavy diets, there would have been a low risk of cavities developing because lean meat contains very little sugar. But that's not all our early human ancestors ate. Cavemen would also have consumed root vegetables, nuts, and grains, all of which contain carbohydrates. When exposed to enzymes in the saliva, carbohydrates get broken down into simpler sugars, which can become the fodder for those ravenous mouth bacteria. So while ancient humans did eat less sugar compared to us, their teeth were still exposed to sugars. That doesn't mean they were unable to treat their cavities, though. Archaeological remains show that about 14,000 years ago, humans were already using sharpened flint to remove bits of rotten teeth. Ancient humans even made rudimentary drills to smooth out the rough holes left behind, and beeswax to plug cavities, like modern-day fillings. Today, we have much more sophisticated techniques and tools, which is fortunate because we also need to contend with our more damaging, sugar-guzzling ways. After the Industrial Revolution, the human incidence of cavities surged because suddenly we had technological advances that made refined sugar cheaper and accessible. Today, an incredible 92% of American adults have had cavities in their teeth. Some people are more susceptible to cavities due to genes that may cause certain weaknesses, like softer enamel. But for most, high sugar consumption is to blame. However, we have developed other ways of minimizing cavities besides reducing our intake of sugar and starch. In most toothpastes and many water supplies, we use tiny amounts of fluoride. That strengthens teeth and encourages the growth of enamel crystals that build up a tooth's defenses against acid. When cavities do develop, we use tooth fillings to fill and close off the infected area, preventing them from getting worse. The best way to avoid a cavity is still cutting down on sugar intake and practicing good oral hygiene to get rid of the bacteria and their food sources. That includes regular toothbrushing, flossing, and avoiding sugary, starchy, and sticky foods that cling to your teeth between meals. Gradually, the population of sugar-loving microbes in your mouth will decline. Unlike the cavemen of yesteryear, today we have the knowledge required to avert a cavity calamity. We just need to use it.
Brush for at least 2 minutes each time you brush. Brush in a circular way. Use tiny, gentle circles when you're brushing your teeth. Remember, you only need a little bit of toothpaste on your toothbrush. Don't forget to brush your tongue, too. Our tongue holds on to germs that can make our breath smelly, so we want to make sure we brush our tongue so we have a fresh, clean mouth. What size toothbrush should I use? There are different sizes? Yes. It's important to use a toothbrush that fits your size mouth. So when we're smaller, it's important to use a smaller size toothbrush. If we try to brush our teeth with a larger size toothbrush that doesn't fit in our mouth very well, it's going to be more difficult to reach the areas where plaque is hiding. Remember, using a smaller size toothbrush makes it easier to reach way back where plaque is hiding on your teeth. Also, notice that electric toothbrushes that are made for adults always have the smaller size heads on them because it's much easier to get plaque off our teeth when we use a toothbrush that fits in our mouth nice and easy. Teeth are important. Teeth help us eat the food which keeps our bodies healthy. Teeth help us talk. Teeth are a part of who we are. Smiles. Remember to brush your teeth 2 times a day for 2 minutes. Grown-ups need to help brush children's teeth at least once a day until they are 8 years old. Brush and floss every day to keep the sugar bugs away.
Smiles are always in style. I got some news that I happily share. Listen here, listen here. They don't care, it's a family affair.